made to feel like you were not good enough? I was. And that is the one feeling I started relating to the most. I was a shy kid in school who was bullied, thrown in dustbins, called a faggot. No one accepted me for who I was. I wanted to do what any other 12-year-old boy would want to. I wanted to fight back. But because of my inability to fight back, I started hurting myself before anyone else could hurt me. And it was when I was stuck in that pit hole that I turned to something really damaging: self-harm. I wanted to be brave, but the bullies were killing me. Why you? Let me do it to myself. And I took that razor and inflicted havoc upon myself. I found complete solace in cutting my thighs. And suddenly, the pain that was here disappeared. I felt liberated, but just not liberated enough. And I know a lot of people are experiencing similar things. Drop the blade. Please drop the blade. I've been singing since I was a little boy. I could kill a Dinah Washington piece when I was just 10. So every day I would come back home crying, put on a record and sing along to it, trying to emulate what the singer was doing. And I realized that it was distracting me from what was going on in school because I was slowly becoming numb to everything but the sound of music. And when that happened, I started using my hands to play the piano instead of guiding the blade on my skin. And it felt divine. And I realized that music actually gave me a voice. And it was loud. Loud. You know why? It's because when you accept music, music accepts you. After I graduated from school and the trauma finally ended, I realized that I became strong because of music. And when I was 17, I wanted to be the Nina Simone of music. But when I sang for other musicians and club managers, I was told that my voice was too loud. I couldn't help it. It was natural. I was signed to an agency, but I wasn't getting any gigs. My managers kept restraining my voice, telling me that I needed to tone down. I had never been so depressed. And one day, my friend suggested that I start singing on the streets. So I grabbed my keyboard, went to the city center in New Delhi, and sat on one of the benches in the sidewalk. My hands were shaky, and I had no confidence to sing even one word. But I had nothing left to lose. So I hit the first note, and my voice scissored the crowd, and suddenly, all the eyes were on me. And then I told myself, now do it. And then I sang an hour of jazz, blues, rock, and pop. And people were happy listening to my music. They were smiling, dancing, taking videos of me. And I realized that the loud voice, which I thought was my limitation, had become my liberation. After my freshman year in college, I got accepted to 2 prestigious jazz programs at Berkley College of Music and New York University. I was pleasantly surprised because that was the validation I needed my whole life. Finally, I started getting gigs. People started noticing me, my efforts. In June 2016, one of my first paid gigs was at the Piano Man Jazz Club in New Delhi. When I was warming up for my second set, a woman told me, my son is 12, and he's a musician. When he grows up, I want him to be like you. My heart was palpitating out of happiness. Never did I imagine that me, could inspire someone that way. Things finally started making some sense. And that was the beginning to this.
Birds flying high
I feel. The sun in the sky. You know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by. You know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Dragonflies out in the sun, you know how I feel. Butterflies all having fun, you know how I feel. Freedom is mine, I know how it feels. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, new life. I'm feeling